Hey, welcome back to another episode of Wednesdays with Warren, the Hall of Famer Warren Sapp, and yours truly, Uncle Neely from the Pregame Show Network. Sapp Daddy, what's going on, baby?
I'm good, baby. I'm alive and well and kicking.
Yeah. Break almost over. Almost over.
Listen, I get to thaw out. So let me thaw all the way out.
But now we get back after Memorial Day, the snow, the cold should be over. Now,
No, it's
Colorado,
gone. It's gone.
Colorado, those few states that it snowed every month of the year, but we should be good.
No, we should be good. But it snows in the mountains. We ain't in the mountains like that. That's the difference. That's the difference. It snows in Hawaii. It snows in Hawaii too.
But not down low up there. Yeah.
Up high, up high, up high.
Hey man, you been catching any NBA games? The conference finals are set.
Listen, I love their setup. They do a wonderful job of presenting it to us the way we can, focus on the series and really get engulfed in it. And for me, Minnesota Timberwolves and the Pacers got a young, long, athletic team, and I don't think Doc is going to be able to hold up. He looked like he's about to break down in the last game. So, I mean, you know how it is. It's a battle of attrition.
Yeah,
Your availability is the best ability. Ask the Knicks. Ask the Knicks.
yeah. 'Cause they
Boy,
ran into those injuries, man. So you got the Pacers and the Celtics in the East. You got the Timberwolves and the Mavs in the West. And if I hear what you're saying, you going Mavs Pacers. I mean, you going Timberwolves Pacers.
yeah, Timberwolves Pacers in the finals.
I like that, man. Pacers got a deep bench, young. They push that pace out. They run so much, man.
Oh, I mean, these kids play a different game. We used to that first to 90 win. It's the first to 110. And we are running at it. I mean, it's so much athleticism because they play a non-contact sport. So that's the funniest part. But, I hear this debate about can basketball players play football? No, they can't because that's a foul. That's a foul. That's nothing in our game. That's just what you try to get position. What you do? You try to go around him. What?
Yeah.
That's
I
nothing.
think it was my man Austin Rivers on ESPN that started that debate up there. Could
That that's the worst part. You are a coach's son.
yeah.
I know you've been taught better, son, at home. I know Doc told you, listen, the football players crazy. They like the taste of their own blood in their mouth. And when
Yeah.
you tell a basketball player that, they look at them like, what? Doc, I don't even want to see my own blood, let alone taste it in my own mouth. And I gotta like it.
If you give me athletic guy in basketball, NBA, and give me any corner in the NFL, he can't get open. He can't get past 5 yards because he getting touched.
They play a non-contact sport. That's for some reason that eludes them for some reason. I mean, did they? I mean, like Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was the one that Mike Vick broke all his football records. Allen
Yeah.
Iverson can get on the football field with us because he has a mentality and he likes the taste of his own blood in his mouth. That's a different cat. But you gonna tell me what you gonna do with Steph Curry? What you gonna Austin Rivers? You wouldn't dare come on a football field. Come on, man. Come on, man. We didn't even talk about putting the shoulder pads and the helmet on.
Yeah.
And now you got to do it with all his own. Come on,
And
man.
if,
Y'all
and if you did get open, and if you did catch the ball, you getting
come on.
tackled.
Listen, that's the whole point. They don't like contact. We see them flop all on the ground with just a little tap. And now somebody gonna hit you in the side of your head. Boom. You hit the ground, you get up, you look around like, who did that? And you can't
Yeah.
identify. Like I said, who did that? Then your teammate run up on you, thought that was 31. Now you gotta put that in your register. Ain't no comeback, ain't no get back in basketball.
Who,
No.
who was that masked man? Who just hit me like that? Anybody
You
get
gotta be told. You gotta be told who it was. You have no clue. You don't got your shit. Wow. You on the ground looking around like, oh, who did that? You got no clue. Somebody gonna tell you, then you gotta go get it, in the next 2-3 quarters or whatever's left. So it's funny.
Well, both games have evolved, man. You and I, particularly you the Hall of Famer now, came up in this era where defense won championships, and now you see in football a different mechanic. Talk about that and that evolution on the football side about the defense now becoming a more offensive game.
It's just the rules. When you no longer have to circumnavigate the most precious part of the field, and that's the middle of the field in the NFL, you ain't got to look to know if it's man or zone. You know, these kids run across the field with their hand waving like they open. We want you to think you're open. So he can throw it, and then we're going to meet you at the ball. That's why it was called a bang 8. Because when you ran that 8, it was going to go bang. And they tell you in the meet, hey, you're big right here. You're going to get hit regardless. That ain't the game that's played now. Now it's wide open. So now you don't need to know. You don't have to know. You can catch it, and they're not going to, I mean, very rarely you're going to get hit. So, I mean, it's an offensive-minded game now. So your defense has to give you a chance. And then your $100 million quarterback take you home. I don't know how many sack call fumbles I got to end the game. Nobody kept track of that. But I know exactly how many game-winning fourth quarter or overtime drives my quarterback has. You do too. They make it prominent. They make sure all of us know it. That's what drives the game.
Yeah, it's certainly offensive minded. There are going to be so many defensive records, and even particularly on special teams. You know, there's going to be so many records that are going to stand because the world has changed in that regard. But there are also going to be so many records broken on the offensive side, quarterback wise, because it's wide open now.
Just know this: the zip code of 18355 will not be touched. That's Emmitt Smith's rushing record. It will not be touched. No, not even close. No, I don't even think Derrick Henry gonna get to 10,000.
Yeah. And would Hester or Deion Sanders, anybody else that ever do on special teams, you don't even return.
I tell you what, no, wait. They just brought back the kickoff. And that's a real small space to miss. I mean, you getting blocked and that he got that ball and you get out of your lane and he hit it, he's gone. He's gone. They trust me, it's an offensive-minded game. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. What do you think brought that on? Is fans want to see scoring points? Or people
No, because I remember I went to the Super Bowl in the opening kickoff. 2 things you didn't see: a bunch of flashes from the cameras and a return. Nobody cares about this kickoff no more.
Yeah.
Well, they go kick it is or.
Yeah, but it used to be a time when in big games, all you saw was lights flashing when that ball got kicked.
Boy,
something special about to happen.
Boy, something special could happen real fast, and it don't take long. So, no, they're just bringing back another opportunity for them to score because they know that athlete that's getting that ball in his hand is very special. And if somebody just makes 1 key block or 2 key blocks and open it, he's going to hit it.
Man, you got some rule changes coming in the NFL this year. Everything from kickoff, like you said, but the biggest one is that hip drop. How defensive guys get to tackle now. I don't get it, Sal. I don't get it. Help me out.
And neither do I, and neither will anybody that's 40 years and older. Because for some reason, you don't supposed to use your head in a tackle. What am I supposed to do with it? That's all I want to know. I mean, it's always head across the bow, rip, wrap, grab, cloth. Now they're telling you put your head behind him. So now you're putting me in a hip drop position because he's going forward. I'm behind him, grabbing him. I mean, just to force himself, he's going to go forward. I'm going to go back. Now what am I supposed to do? Let go?
Yeah. That's the only choice you got. Because if I wrap him up and I try to sit down and so he has to carry my body weight, they're throwing a flag now.
I mean, I've always said when they was like, take your head out of the tackle. Okay, you go demonstrate it or get somebody to demonstrate it and then bring it in here and let's push play and let's look at it. They've never been able to do that because what you're asking me to do is physically impossible. You're asking me as a pass rusher to not land on the quarterback. That's my pillow. I got past his big lineman. He was supposed to stop me from getting to this position. Once I get here, I'm not an acrobat or a trapeze artist. What do you want me to do? And this quarterback 9 times out of 10 don't want to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, just make it make sense. That's all. That's the new thing. Make it make sense.
I don't understand what the alternative is to not dropping your hips. Like
Let go. Let go. And now we got a broken tackle and more points because now we got another first down. And, all of this is driven for more points on the scoreboard. More fantasy points, more all points, because you're making it harder for me to stop some of the finest athletes in the world. And now you're telling me not to use my head in the tackle and then the tackle behind him, and now not drop my weight on him. Yeah. What?
I guess we got to see how far they can carry a defender.
Only thing I can tell the defenders in the world is good luck. Good luck.
I don't get it. I can't wait to see how this plays out, when it's called, if it's reviewable, what's the discussion like? Because the fine point between me grabbing somebody and pulling them back versus sitting down is still
objective. Is objective. It's flat-foot objective in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna be reviewable. You know better than that. Call it, keep it running, cry about it later. We'll write you a letter on Monday.
Yeah. When you would have rule changes like this come about, from a coaching standpoint to player, how do you fix something you've been doing for 10, 15 years to now I can't do that no more?
I'm very fortunate that I didn't have to go through much of that. It was the only thing that you couldn't hit him below the knees, from the knees down. And, you couldn't hit him in the head, of course. So.
But you still got to land on your pillow, so to speak.
Oh, I got from the top of the numbers to his belly button. Yeah. Trust me, I'm striking. Show me the strike zone and I'm taking my swing. Trust me, you got to play this game with reckless abandon. It's just the way it's supposed to be played.
Absolutely. No way around that.
I ain't got no time to be thinking. I only react. I react to what I see and then I hit it. What do you want me to do?
That's the premise.
I got plausible deniability in this whole thing. He was moving.
and he had the ball. And I played defense. That means tackle him.
That means stop him by any means necessary. Now, what are you saying? Horse collar? Okay, I can't horse collar. I don't know what a hip drop is. I'm not dropping my hip. I'm dropping my weight, and I'm holding on to the guy that I'm tackling.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want me to go across his face, with it.
It's a full contact sports app, as you know very well, and injuries can happen any moment. But I just haven't seen the injuries from hip drop tackles that justify changing the rule. Horse collar, you saw some significant injuries happen.
Yeah, because I have you at a disadvantage by grabbing you by the back of your shoulder pads and now yank pulling you back. That's I can foresee you falling and rolling over yourself. It's happened. We saw T.O. break his leg when Buddy did him like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're going for. I really don't know. I saw a couple of injuries that they were talking about, but nothing like Terrell's. So
and I didn't see anything that couldn't happen just in normal contact sport and normal tackling. It wasn't a direct result of the style of tackle why it happened. It just happened. And so to change this rule to prevent something, I don't know if
that ain't prevalent in the game. But now you got condoms on the helmet because what? Now let's get to the real discussion.
You got what on the helmet?
Condoms. That's what I call it, a condom.
And that, now, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be optional for the players. They can choose to.
So in other words, you can wear it.
Yeah.
It's allowable.
I guess.
So if it's allowable, somebody going out there with it, I guarantee you.
I can't wait to see that first guy.
I promise you, somebody going. I promise you, somebody's going. That's why they were already asking for it. That's why they had to say, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna make me wear it in training camp, then I should be able to wear it in the game.
Now you're right about that. If it's necessary in one spot, how is it not necessary in the other spot? And the other spot is even
And
more
and
aggressive in
and
basketball.
the $1 billion question is, why is it necessary?
Mm. Or is it necessary?
Why is it necessary?
Yeah.
Concussions,
Yeah.
CTE. It's
Mm-hmm.
all in the same line. All in the same
Yeah.
line, but let's not look at the horse and call it a horse.
That's a giraffe.
A zebra,
Got to call it something.
a billy goat.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, how it plays out in training camp, when people getting adjusted to it. That rule hasn't filtered down to college football where we're coaching and working, and
No,
maybe
because we have enough to worry about than about the kid, how he tackling the kid, because targeting and shoulders and helmets and knees and toes and everything is on question. So, hey man,
yeah.
we got enough on the plate. Let's stick with what we got and let's work with what we got.
What I don't understand, I do understand. You talk about targeting in college, and we had a couple bad calls last year. What I thought were bad calls. I had some that were right too. But what I don't understand is how you review it and still get it wrong. You get multiple angles, slow motion,
But
and then
you
they
know
say,
what? You know what? If we can figure that one out, we can kill cancer. Because for the love of God, what are you looking at, man?
yeah, yeah, like they'll put it on the screen in the stadium, and you like, oh, they're about to change that. And they go, oh man, reading on the field staying. It's like, what did you see? You showed us the
No, no,
same
no, no,
thing.
no, 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 no. What were you looking at?
Mm,
What were you looking at? Are you looking to make something up to make this go? Or you're going by what you're seeing and it's should be a gut call. You look at it like, Then you look at it a little closer and be like, did he get his feet in? No.
mm-hmm.
Like that. I mean, I want to know how they break the call down. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That person that make those calls should make a video. Or they should have a camera in there, you know, listening to what he's saying. Is he by himself?
You
Is
know
it
the
just one person? No. Is
XF,
it just one person?
XFL/UFL, they did that this year. When they
Oh
had
no,
the
no. I've
series,
seen I've
yeah,
seen Dean Blandino and all of them in there when they
yeah,
do it that way. I've seen
yeah,
that. Yeah, Dean's one of my guys. I know Dean for a long time. Talk to him all the time on the telephone. That's my guy. So
yeah.
when you're able and capable of doing that, then there's no ambiguity in what you're seeing and how you go about the process. That's the part we got to open up.
Yeah,
Why is there only one person up there? And who's he talking to? I know he got headphones on.
yeah.
So who can get to those headphones?
Mm-hmm. Great point. Great points. Because how's
Hmm.
the decision made? Who's helping make it?
I want to know your thought process in this. All right, here we go. We're talking about a catch here. So, like Dean do it. Just talk it out. Talk it
Mm-hmm.
out. And you should have other people in there. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. At least three people. At least three people. 2 out of 3 get the call. No,
Yeah,
no good. Good. No good. It's no good.
yeah.
Right?
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
like a decision in boxing, you got 3 judges.
Like the judicial branch of our government.
Yeah, yeah. They
Hey
got.
man, come on.
Yeah, I
Come on.
love
Let's go.
it.
You need at
Yeah,
least 3.
a wise man once told me, and this guy is also a Hall of Fame in what he does. A wise man once told me, if you see a lot, you see nothing. If you see a little, you see everything.
That's the whole point. What are you looking at? That's all I want to know. What are you looking at? Sometimes you need to train your eyes to look at what you need to look at. And talking it out will help you do that.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's it. That's it. I mean,
It's like,
people sit with me and watch the game and like, what are you watching? I'll be like, here it comes. And they're like, boom, the quarterback. They're like, what'd you see? I'm like, what are you watching?
yeah.
What are you looking at? I know it's on the TV, but what are you looking at? What do you
Mm-hmm.
mean, what am I looking at? Obviously, you're not watching what I'm watching because I'm seeing the play before it should happen, and you sitting here looking at me like, how did I see that? And then I ask you, what are you looking at? And you can't explain to me. Are you watching the quarterback drop back?
You open the door for something there. How do you learn as a player how to watch film?
And in your own way, in your unique way, and sometimes getting pulled through the door. Because that's the whole thing. All right. That's a conversation like when I have with the young men that we work with in Colorado. When we watch a one-on-one pass rush, I stop the tape before we get off and say, what's the plan right here? You just did this yesterday or earlier today. I mean, it ain't like I'm asking you something from 2 weeks ago. It ain't like you 51 years old that played 19 years of football. Your shit should work real good, young man. We feed you superfoods and all kind of protein shakes and veggie shakes and all kind of other things. Juices. Fresh from the carrot and prunes and beets. Whatever you want. Son, what's your plan right here? Oh, all right, coach, I was going to speed to power. All right. Well, what's the first thing to speed? Get off. That's right. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
How you get off is, let's take the get off. Let's talk through it. You know what I'm saying? Talk through it. And now we're going, all right, now what are we doing here? You're trying to eat the free grass, right? We're trying to get as close as we can to him and then make him initiate his hands to us, correct? Yes, sir. Am I saying it or are you saying it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
get to it. So now what are we at? All right. Oh, right here. All right. I got you, coach. All right. Let's go to the next. What's your plan? See what I'm saying? Talk through it. When you watching tape, what are you watching? What are you watching that man or are you watching the guy he's going against?
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy he's going against shouldn't and couldn't emulate you, can he? So let's watch him and let's watch what he does and how do we break down what he does consistently.
Yeah. What's his situation?
Does he use his hands well? Does he kick out? Does he cross his feet? You know what I'm saying? Is he square with the run? Is he a little tilted with the pass? It's all kind of ways, to look at the game. You just gotta open their minds up because when you're used to grabbing your telephone and going WID and WIA and these silly little acronyms that mean nothing to grown folks and you trying to read it out. Like what is it? YW? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Really? You can't type "you welcome" because evidently I did something. I said thank you, and you did something for me. I said thank you. The WY. What YW? YW? You're welcome. Oh, all right, thank you. So you have to understand.
Yeah.
So that's why I go SAA stands for lineman assignment. KTFA, kick their butts. And then HAB, hit a B. You know what I'm saying? Hit something. Put your hat on it. Little different acronyms, to transfer what we're trying to get done there. So let's have some fun with this, It's a beautiful journey. That's one thing my grandma always told me, boy, if you don't enjoy the ride, then what you going for?
Woo! If you don't enjoy the ride, what you going for?
What you going for?
Mouthful right there. Hey, Hall of Fame Warren South, man, these Wednesdays get everybody over the hump, like you say, it's now downhill.
All downhill to the weekend, baby. And it's a big weekend. Memorial weekend, correct?
That is.
One time for all the vets who served and bravely and gave the ultimate sacrifice for us all. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go exercise some freedoms for y'all.